Everybody! Welcome back to 31 Days of Nintendo. This is the next segment in the Play All the System block. So, we got a lot of games here, and we're only going to play one for each system. So, hey, go figure. But, time is money, and I guess any leftovers can be saved if I ever do a sequel. So, there you go. And I think, boom, a lot of good games here, but, and this is only one of the best-selling Nintendo games of all time because it was packaged in with the system. But I think we're the Wii's representative has to be Wii Sports, does it not? Showing you the Japanese box here because when I got my US disc, you can even see the manual there. Oh yeah, and the thing it came like this with my system. So I'm like, well, that's not gonna match. You can see the disc and the manual go in there. Oh well, why didn't I throw the manual back in there? That's interesting. That might save some space. But yeah, it came like this, and I'm like, that doesn't match any of the other games on the list. So I went out and bought a cheap Japanese version here. So we've got a case. But both discs are in here, as you saw the Japanese one there, US version here. And we'll go through just the English manual, I guess. I don't know. Let me know if you have a full-on Wii Sports version that was not bundled with the system. If the manual is the proper size. Getting started, welcome to Wii Sports. Caution, wrist strap use. I would think this came out after. This version must have come out after people were throwing their Wiimotes into TVs and stuff like that. So yeah, wear the wrist strap unless you're just sitting there doing a little waggle on certain games that don't include like bowling or pitching. Yeah, so what do you got here? We've got tennis. So, different motions to serve, forehand and backhand strokes, controlling the ball, baseball, bowling, and you know, it's deeper than you would think. And it got a lot of the casuals playing. I mean, if, well, heck, I think my parents had a Wii too. So that was cool, getting them back into gaming. They did love Tetris on the NES, and Dad loved Zelda on the NES. Hence my, I think that was an anniversary live stream where we had that. Did we get golf and boxing? So, you know, that's pretty cool. And yeah, in retired people's homes, they had Wii's. Again, it was a massive seller, at least 100,000 systems. So, you know, Nintendo did something right. And, what was I going to say about something? Golf, boxing. I'm not sure. I mean, motion controls, yeah, they were pretty gimmicky. Okay, here's the French version of the same thing. But, I mean, and the Spanish version, they did get PlayStation to make the Move, which you ended up using for the PSVR on the 4. So, and then Xbox developed the Kinect. So, I mean, they got the ball rolling, which was pretty cool. And like I said, Nintendo's always been pretty innovative with the hardware. There's the Sensei show, nothing on the back. But the worst thing was, I remember standing in line. I woke up early and I went to line, or stood in line at Big Camera, and I hated them and resented Nintendo for the longest time because I didn't know I was standing in line for a lottery. I thought I was standing in line to get the system first day. So, you know, because I had always done that with any game and system beforehand. You stand in line in America, you get the system first day unless they're sold out. But they told me I was standing in line for a lottery, and I didn't get it, and so I resented both the store and Nintendo for the longest time. But yeah, I finally got a Wii when the Mario system came out. So I mean, I had other stuff to do. I was playing Guild Wars, and I think I got PS3, although that took a while too. But yeah, I was playing a lot of Guild Wars, and again, the controls are going to be the same as the other one, just a much bigger manual. Baseball, bowling, golf, boxing. That's what I was going to say. Others. Training mode and Tairyoku Sokutai. Sokutai, whatever that is. That's what I was going to say about, well, the sports series. The most recent one on Switch wasn't complete. They launched with certain things and then they added some sports after the fact. Why didn't you just hold off and release it all so it could all be on the cart? I mean, Nintendo has unfortunately fallen down the same rabbit hole that that Sony and Xbox did with their DLCs and that crap. So yeah. Anyway, trying to figure out the best way to do this, because honestly it doesn't belong in here, but I threw it in there anyway apparently. So that's Wii Sports. Again, super popular, got a lot of people to the system, and probably lowered the attach rates on the regular games. But then it had a sequel, Wii Sports Resort, and I'm not going to go through this too much. It's got 12 sports. What are the 12 sports in here? Real quick, manual. Talking about the Wii Motion Plus accessory. So I found that if you use that on some of the older games, it's almost too precise, like with Metroid Prime 3 or probably Wii Sports, because they increase the sensitivity and controls and stuff. So it's a better remote, or Wiimote, but may not be better for all of the games. And I'm sure there's been tests on it, so you can do some research. Swordplay, wakeboarding, archery, frisbee, basketball, power cruising, cycling, golf continued, table tennis, bowling, canoeing, air sports. What the hell is that? So you're supposed to catch Mii characters on your way down, and then you take a picture, and is there like a parachute or something? And then you also have an island flyover where you're controlling a plane. Huh. With island flyover and dogfight. Skydive. Yeah, it was skydiving. Okay. Alright, well, yeah. So that's Wii Sports Resorts. Again, a few similar games. Mostly a different catalog though. So if you like sports, it's a good way to diversify. You like Wii Sports, yeah, diversify. And then they also had Wii Fit Plus. And this is, oh wow, pre-owned sticker. Nice. This is pretty fun at game night. You get on a Wii Fit board. Ooh, that is attacked. There, the manual there. There's there's that. And again, so there's the soccer goalkeeper game, which is more like headbutting. You lean left or right and avoid whatever bad things are thrown at you while trying to hit the soccer balls. And that was fun. The Woohoo Island map. Okay, so I guess there's a little bit of story for Wii Sports too. And wow, that's the end of the manual already. So yeah, body test. It tells you you're fat basically. You step on the. I stepped on the Wii Fit pad. It went you, and I'm like thanks. So basically, the game just called me fat. Thanks a lot. But yeah, I mean it's all right for fitness. And you've got dumbbell accessories there. Well, not dumbbell. That's the Wiimote, and you can hold it and do stuff. I think my favorite has to be Butt Math, which is not the official name, but they give you an equation on screen, and you shake left, front, back, or right, and to get the answer, and it responds. So that's pretty cool. Two more here. Wii games, and it's a shame I'm not gonna play this. But I mean, if you're gonna play one's Wii game, it's quintessential. It's got to be Wii Sports. But my number 2 option would be Punch Out. Boom. I think I saw this played at JDL's place.
Do 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 do.
And yeah, so you got the Wiimote and the nunchuck, and that's how you throw punches. And see, I like that. When you buy it used, sometimes good sellers will put that in there to help protect your disc. So that's a nice touch. The disc and the manual there. And again, I played every Punch-Out game so far except for Super Punch-Out Arcade. Of course, I beat Super Punch-Out like I always do. Contents, that's cool. Beating up on glass shows. Wow, that's a lot of controls. So hopefully, again, there's training mode. Yeah, if you either have a really good manual or you have training mode. And I guess, despite being classically trained, I guess I've gotten used to more modern gaming and them teaching you how to play before throwing you into the deep end. Although Mega Man X is a great example of how to throw you into the deep end and have it work out. But again, you know the previous Mega Man games going in. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Circuit screen, navigation, game screen. So some pretty cool stuff there. King Hippo comes back again. Yep, there's training with Doc. Training with Doc. Head to head. Huh. What? That's it? Like, I would expect, you know, a list of minor circuit, major circuit. Although, I mean, yeah, this is also Gen 7 where manuals were getting worse and worse and then eliminated completely in Gen 8. But, yeah, major circuit, minor circuit, special circuit. Oh, no, world circuit, then special circuit. You know, something teasing the secret final boss, which is supposedly Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's the manual's disappointing. The game should be all right though. Again, hopefully I can just throw it in there, and if I have an extra day here. But yeah, that is Punch Out for the Wii. Again, this is the most recent version, of course. Little Mac has made it into Smash, but you know, hopefully Nintendo can bring back some of these dormant franchises instead of just relying on Mario, 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 Zelda, Zelda, Zelda. And speaking of, oh no, this thing seems a little light though. Speaking of Smash Brothers, our last game here for the Wii, we got Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And there's the back. And why am I thinking there's no manual in here? Because there's... What is this? Viewing the game manual. Affiché de mode d'emploi. Como ver el manual de instrucciones. To view the instructions for this game, go to nintendo.com, consumer manuals, wii.jsp. Okay. Comments, please tell me if there's an actual Smash manual or that I need to find, or if this is it, because this is supremely disappointing. Especially on a Gen 7 game where they should have, unless this is a refresh, like reprint. I don't know. Anyway, this is the third game in the Smash Brothers series. I don't think it's as popular in the tournament scene as Melee is. Apparently Melee is fantastic, but Brawl should be alright too. Again, it might be weird. Oh no, well, I mean, there's the Pro Controller or whatever it's called, and different controller options, none of which I can show you because it's got no proper manual. But, yeah, you can take a look at the graphics there, and they always seem to change Link. So you've got the Twilight Princess Link here. Smash Ultimate had the Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Thank you, Breath of the Wild link. Uh, but yeah, I mean, still, Ocarina of Time is the best game of all time. There's Pit. So yeah, that's they redid Pit there. So Kid Icarus got his, well, Pit and Kid Icarus got their revival here in Smash Brawl, and yeah, I mean, again, if I had a second or third day, I would check this out, but it's probably going to be in the leftovers for if I do it again or whatever. But yeah, that's the Wii era. Moving on, we've got a system that came out at a really bad time because I don't know if it came out the week of or the week before or the week after, but we had the 311 East Japan earthquake. It was like a 9.0. It was ridiculous. And the 3DS was supposed to come out around that time. And the sales just tanked and everybody was so worried about it. But eventually they picked up to become one of the leading systems of all time. But yeah, I mean, you can't predict an earthquake. And that, especially not a 9.0 that shifts the Earth's axis. But the 3DS did come out, and I forget the type of 3D they'd use. It's stereoscopic, maybe. But yeah, Pilot Wings Resort. I was thinking this was going to be the representative here. You know, there's 3 Pilot Wings games, and I'm surprised they haven't released one on the Switch, to be honest. Is that, you know, another dormant franchise that Nintendo could resurrect if they felt like it. And this doesn't feel, the paper feels weird. This does not feel like a proper manual. But got tons of precautions. Yeah, the texture is just weird, like it's a copy or something. Pilot Wings, and the island, and stuff. There's choose your modes. Again, there's not much to this manual. And what do we got? There's the game screen. Don't know how much that you can see or not. And finally, controls. You got controls for the plane, the rocket belt, and the hang glider. And the hang glider is pretty much the worst one in every game, I've determined. That's why I was trying to do it first, get it out of the way. Well, at least on the original game. And then whatever this information is. But yeah, Pilot Wings, again, I would have played this if not for the next game I'm going to talk about, because we've got Shin Hikari Shinwa Palutena no Kagami, or which is Palutena's Mirror in Japanese, but Kid Icarus Rising, Kid Icarus Uprising in the West. And again, play it for yourself. I'm going to play it for myself and see if it's really as bad as people say it is. Which I don't think it is. How could it be? Because it's Sakura, you know? So it came with, well, interesting. You could scan like up to 400 cards or something with the QR or whatever IR or whatever reader the 3DS has. And it came with this stand, which, yeah, I got upside down again. Apparently you push the 3DS, put the 3DS on there, and then you can, it's easier to use the stylus and the controls. I don't know, we'll see how it works. But like I said, much like Star Fox Zero, which if you make the effort to learn the controls and play, is not nearly as difficult as everyone made it out to be back in the day. But yeah, there's the front and the back. And is that any different? Not really. Oh, a little bit, a little bit. Boom! And then, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so hold on here. Butterfingers! Whoop! There's the cart itself. But if you look in the windows here, you got Palutena and Pit and some of the villains down there at the bottom. So that's cool. That yeah, okay. So if you pull it out, then you got some big artwork here of, like, that's got, I think that's Medusa and Pit and Palutena with those the ones that go in the windows. So that's pretty cool. That's some great work, Nintendo. And custom I mean, this has to be a custom shell because Pilot Wings is Steve. Oh well, no. Okay, they also had the squares there. So I guess why? Well, why would they have the squares there? That's kind of weird. How does that save much plastic, if any, in manufacturing? Anyway, we'll have to make sure that goes back in properly at some point. Now it's even worse. Anyway, it even comes with the information about the stand, so that's interesting. And okay, and I guess if it comes apart, how to put it back together. So that's pretty cool. What is this? Oh, okay, not a manual so much as a poster. But again, it's got some controls using the stick and the stylus here, there, and then on the back you've got some weapons, or I guess they're weapons of the gods, and how to play, and using the AR cards. So that's pretty good. I think there were up to 400 cards you could get for that. But yeah, this is my representative for the 3DS. So we're going to play that and check it out. That'll be fun. Oh, box. There. Oh yeah, there's just a liner that doesn't mean anything there. Yeah, that looks about right, I guess. Okay, and finally, and this system got such a terrible rap because it's got a terrible name and terrible marketing. Of course, I'm talking about the Wii U, and I didn't actually own one until I bought it off Argel, and some of these games he played or came with it or sold them to me with it. But yeah, I mean, mom and pops are gonna think, oh, Wii U is just an add-on to the Wii, or that is not an entirely new system. And which was the case. It was a new system, just terrible marketing. And I mean, while there were good games, there weren't enough, and I don't know, people just weren't interested for some reason. But one of the things that I thought was fun that we played at the game night was the Famicom or NES Remix 1 and 2. And much like WarioWare, it's got snippets of a few seconds of gameplay from a whole bunch of classic Nintendo games there, or Famicoms, and you've got to complete certain different objectives, like going into the cave in The Legend of Zelda is like boom, done, and you move on to the next quest already. That's where I first played Clu Clu Land, I think, and it got me curious about that. You got how to read the electronic manual. Like, why even bother printing this? Just print a normal manual or something, and a disc, not much to look at, but it's the classic Famicom colors there, and you can see the cart like Donkey Kong would look or something. So that's pretty cool. Again, this is a fun play, fun diversion. It's not my representative for the Wii U, but when else am I going to talk about it, right? So that's Famicom Remix. And then, again, it's another massive series, but can't not talk about Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U. Boom. And the back, and yeah, I think Arthur would bring his system over for game nights, and Patrick would bring his system over for game nights, and they just beat the shit out of me because I suck at Smash, but give me a Street Fighter and I do alright. But yeah, I got a posters out there. Hey, it's more manual than I was expecting, to be honest. But you got controls here for the the GameCube controller, but for the Wii U and the 3DS all in one, and the Wii Remote or Wiimote, and which is a Wii Remote-Con, but they just call it a Wiimote in the States, and some characters and moves and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And wow, even more characters on the back here. So I mean, this game is awesome. Again, it's on the Wii U, so it didn't get as much of a reputation outside of Nintendo fans as Nintendo probably would have liked. But yeah, this is fun. Check it out. I mean, well, Smash Ultimate on the Switch is probably the best. But and one more before we get to the final representative, I thought it'd be fun to check out Nintendo Land. It's Wii U Day Asobu Nintendo no Theme Park. So a theme park. You've got Battle Quest, which is the Zelda game. Whoa! Pikmin's Adventure, Metroid Blast, Mario Chase, Luigi's Ghost Mansion. What? Something to do with Animal Park. Candy Festival? I think that says. There's a Yoshi's Fruits Cart. There's an Octopus Dance from Game & Watch. Crash Course, that's Donkey Kong. Something I don't even recognize. That looks really weird. The next is F-Zero. You've got a Twister race. And then that even looks like Balloon Fight, which is bizarre. You can make those out. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool concept. I had no manual there. Nothing. But I mean, I did buy it used and cheap. So there is that. I mean, this would be fun. I think this would be the representative if not for the last game I said here. And this is something that I think I mentioned in a previous video. I've never played, but it's a unique concept for Nintendo because you finally get their shooter. You got your third-person shooter, paintball, Splatoon here. And like I said, Arjo loves this game. And they've got 2 and 3 on the Switch. Which if I like this, then I might have to check those out now. But yeah, I mean, I would play, but it's online, and Halo 4 and the stupid download of the DLC packs and those achievements turn me off of online play. Doing stupid requirements and lowering my kill death ratio from 1.25 to 0.75. That's a 50 point swing. I'm like, nope, I'm done. But yeah, I mean, Splatoon, it's, you know, it's kid friendly, so you're just shooting paint. Again, this is probably what's missing from Nintendo Land there, the electronic manual nonsense and the thing there. And I think the shocking thing is I drew, well, not shocking thing, but this is the generation gap here. Well, I was teaching one day and I drew a blooper on the board and they said Splatoon and I'm like, no, this is Mario Brothers and you're frying the squid with the fireballs for calamari. And you know, that came out way before Splatoon ever did. But Inklets, Ink Girl, Ink Boy or something. But yeah, I'm going to check this out and finally play Splatoon for myself, see if I like it. I mean, I like shooters, you know, third-person shooters, first-person shooters, and shooters. But yeah, I'll check this out and see if I like it. You know, I might pick up 2 or 3 now because, you know, you never know. You can do 1 versus 1, Hito, from person to squid. Hero mode, 4 versus 4, Nawa body battle. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, you run around and you win by shooting the most, or painting the most areas in the arena, I think. And of course, if you defeat another player, then there's an explosion and you should get more paint. I think that's how you get points for the MVP. Again, more people know more about Splatoon than I do, but we're going to find out as the Wii U representative here. And, you know, all these great games that I can't play because there's no time. But we got Kid Icarus Uprising, Splatoon, and Wii Sports representing our Wii, 3DS, and Wii U here in the Play All the Systems block. Let me know in the comments if I missed any games or there's other Nintendo games, not the big ones, but any other Nintendo games that you like for the Wii, the 3DS, or the Wii U. And yeah, we'll continue the discussion with our final 31 days of Nintendo video for the Switch and 2024 here in a couple of days. So, as always, thanks for watching if you've heard me yap this long. And yeah, till next time, have a good one. Keep dancing.